Hi, I'm Kiera Blazer, and these are the top 5 things you can do to prepare your body for birth. Now, giving birth is not for sissies. This is the real deal. It's hardcore. It is an amazing physical feat full of beauty and awe, but also really hard work and sweat. And you're going to want to prepare your body for it. Now, sometimes I hear moms say, well, I just really believe, my body was designed to give birth, and so I don't really need to do much to prepare it. And yes, that is true. Your body was designed perfectly to give birth. And yet, at the same time, it was also designed to run long distances well. But if you were going to run a marathon, you would want to train and get your body ready for that. And it's the same with birth. The other thing I hear moms say is, well, I'm believing God for a supernatural, pain-free childbirth, which is awesome. And so my preparation for birth is spiritual. And that's great, but at the same time, you could believe God for a supernatural, pain-free marathon race, and yet you would still want to prepare your body for that race, and to partner with God in what you're asking Him for. And so I really encourage you to do that for birth as well, because if you prepare your body well for birth, it's going to make your labor quicker, easier, much more comfortable, and just an overall better experience for you. Sound good? Okay, so here's what you can do. The first thing you can do to prepare your body well for birth is exercise. I really encourage you to make exercise a priority during your whole pregnancy, all the way up to delivery. Now, it doesn't mean you need to go out and get a gym membership or start running if you've never been a runner. In fact, I don't want you to do that. But just keep a consistent exercise routine of whatever you did before pregnancy. So if you were a runner, for sure, keep running. If you were a walker, keep walking. Walking especially is so good during pregnancy, especially in those last weeks leading up to your due date. Now, I know at that point, you're feeling uncomfortable and awkward and big, and it's easy to get lazy and not want to walk down your road, but it really is important to keep it up all the way to the end. Walking is so good because it opens your hips up, your pelvis up, and that movement just gets everything nice and loose. It helps baby get in a really good position to birth easily and well. And the other thing exercise does is, it keeps your heart rate up, keeps your muscles toned, and it keeps your lungs used to working hard. And if all of those things are used to some hard work and are in shape, then when you get to labor, it's going to handle the challenge of labor so much better. So that's my first piece of advice for you. Exercise, make it a priority, and your body's going to be in really good shape to handle the challenge of labor. Okay, so the next thing you can do to prepare your body really well for birth is some stretches. And I'm going to encourage you to do these throughout your pregnancy, especially towards the end. Okay, and they are going to get your muscles, your joints, your ligaments, everything nice and loose and stretched and ready to open well and to help baby get in a good position and for baby to move down really easily when you're giving birth. So the first one I want you to do is squats. And so for squats, you can just squat like this. You can rest your hands on your knees if you want. If you feel like, it gets harder once your belly starts getting bigger towards the end. So if you need to hold on to something, you can. And you can hold on to a chair or your bed or whatever. You can also hold on to your partner, so you can hold on to his hands and he can kind of brace you and hold you up. But squats are just really good for opening your hips, your pelvis, everything, and gravity is going to help baby get in a really good position. So do a few squats every day. The next thing you can do are lunges. And so lunges, you can use a chair, a couch, whatever is next to you, and you're just going to put your foot up on it and you're just going to practice lunging. And so this is really going to open up this whole side, your hips, your pelvis again, everything, and really make it easy for baby to have a lot of room to move down. So you can do 5 on one side and then switch and do 5 on the other side. And after your 5, you can even hold that stretch for a minute and do a few Kegels. And so Kegels, if you forget what they are, you're going to squeeze your muscles that you would squeeze like if you were stopping the flow of urine. And you're just going to squeeze and hold and then release those muscles. And that's going to get those muscles nice and toned to be able to push your baby out really well. So that's lunges. The next one you can do is the letter C. So you're just going to stand there, and I want you to rock your pelvis around and make like a letter C. And again, this just gets everything nice and open, gets your back really loose, your sacrum, your pelvis, and it's going to help baby get in a really good position. And all of these stretches too you can do during labor, in between contractions, just to help maybe baby have lots of room to move down. So do a few letter C's every day. And the last one I'm going to show you are pelvic tilts. So pelvic tilts, you're going to get on your hands and knees like this, and you want to have a flat back. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tuck your pelvis under and you're going to tilt it. So you're just going to tilt it under like that and then put it back out. And tilt it under and put it back out. You could do, 5 to 10 of those at a time. And these are really great for helping baby get in a good position for birth. And so in birth, you really want baby's back to be pushing against your belly. You don't want baby to be flipped where his back is against your back. You want baby's back to be here, and that's going to really prevent back labor, and it's just going to make for a quicker labor if baby's back's here. So baby's back is the heaviest part of him, and so if you're on your hands and knees, gravity will really help pull baby's back into that great position for you. So anything you can do on your hands and knees is great. Washing the floor, crawling around after your toddler, doing pelvic tilts, but I really encourage you to do those throughout your pregnancy and especially at the end. So those are your stretches. Do them in the morning, do them in the night before you go to bed, and your body is going to be in a really good place to birth your baby well. Okay, so the next thing you can do to prepare your body well for birth is relaxation practice. So relaxing is one of the main keys for labor. You want to be able to go completely limp, release all tension in your body at a moment's notice, and that is what's going to help the contractions do their job really well, help baby move down, help open you up. You just want to be able to fully relax and surrender into the contractions instead of tensing against them. But it takes practice to train your body to do this. And so it's great to practice during pregnancy so your body will be ready when you go into labor to enter that place of relaxation really quickly. So if you take my birth class, you actually get a labor prep relaxation CD, and one of the tracks on there is a Holy Spirit relaxation exercise that you can do before you go to bed each night. But if you don't take the class, you can still practice at home. Here's what I want you to do. When you go to bed at night, lay down, and I want you to practice from the top of your head to your toes, relaxing each muscle of your body. So you're going to lay there and think, okay, relax my forehead. Okay, relax my eyes. Relax my jaw, my neck, my shoulders, and you're just going to go down your whole body and release all tension. And when you finish, every muscle in your body should be fully relaxed. And then I just want you to lay there for a few minutes and really experience what that feels like, because that is what you want your body to do when a contraction starts during labor. So practice during bed for a while, and you should get better and better at it and be able to get your body in that place quicker and quicker. And once you get good at it, you can start practicing when you're out and about during the day. So in noisy situations or stressful situations, just practice and think, okay, could I fully relax right now? And just train your body to go there really quickly. And if you can practice this and get good at it, it is going to be a huge key for you during your labor, just to fully relax, to make the contractions really effective and really comfortable. Okay, you can do it. Okay, so the next thing you can do to prepare your body well for birth is sleep. It is so important to enter your birth rested and energized. Because actually fatigue is a lot harder to deal with during labor than even pain. And for a lot of women, the reason they end up getting an epidural is because of fatigue, not the pain. They're just exhausted and they need a break. They need a chance to sleep and regain their energy so that they can finish birthing their baby well. So make sleep and rest a priority throughout your pregnancy, but especially leading up to your due date. Make going to bed on time a priority. Take a nap during the day if you can. And if you do happen to go into labor in the middle of the night, sleep through it as much as you can. And I know that might be difficult because you're crazy excited and you have all this adrenaline going through your body. The day is finally here. But trust me, you're going to want that energy later. So sleep through the contractions if you can, or at least sleep between them if you can, and really stay in bed and rest as long as you can. And you're going to be so thankful the next day when you're birthing your baby and you have energy. So sleep, rest, and you're going to do awesome when that day comes. Okay, so the last thing you can do to prepare your body well for birth is have lots of sex. So intercourse is so good for preparing your body for birth. One of the reasons is that semen has something in it called prostaglandins, and prostaglandins get your cervix all nice and soft and thinning and ready to dilate really easily. So you want to get a bunch of those prostaglandins up inside you, get your cervix really ripe and ready for birth. There's actually a drug called Cervidil that doctors sometimes give women when they're wanting to induce them, and Cervidil also has prostaglandins in it, and so that's what doctors give them to get their cervix ready to dilate. But God put natural prostaglandins in the man's semen, and so I say enjoy those natural prostaglandins, get your cervix all nice and ready. The other thing that you can do that can prepare you well is, have your partner make sure his finger is clean, but put like some coconut oil on it, and then he can use his finger to kind of gently massage your vaginal opening, and that can just get it nice and stretchy and loose and ready to stretch well when your baby's coming. And as he's doing that, what you can do is just practice really relaxing into that stretching feeling. And so take some nice deep breaths, really relax all those muscles. And that way you can train your body to relax into that sensation when you feel that same kind of stretchy, burny feeling, when your baby's coming out. And so anyways, enjoy lots of hot pregnancy sex, or I guess if it's at the end and you're feeling big and awkward, maybe awkward hot pregnancy sex. But it really is a gift from God to help prepare your body well. So these are my top 5 ways to prepare your body and to prepare physically for birth, and I really encourage you to put them into practice. So just to review them, we have exercise, stretching, relaxation practice, sleep, and sex. So get that body ready, and you are going to do awesome when that day comes. Be blessed.